All right, let's count to 100. Remember, counting by ones, tens, fives, and twos. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. All right, let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Let's count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Let's count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, 100. Good job. All right. Hopefully everybody did well on their test yesterday. We're going to start counting. We're learning this in this chapter. Numbers 0 to 20. We're also going to work on our 10 frames. So I'm going to work with you on that too. Before we do that, though, I want to practice with you before and after numbers. Okay. So let's see here. What comes, we're going to talk about numbers 0 through 20. So I'm going to give you ones. What comes, let's See if you know the number. What comes before the number 9? What number comes before 9? See if you're right. If you said 8, you're right. Let's do another one. What comes after 16? What number comes after 16? Let's see if you're right. You said 17, you're right. All right. I'm going to do an in-between number. What comes in between the number 3 and 5? If I were counting 3 blank 5, what would I say if I were counting? 3, let's see if you're right. 4, 5. Finding the number in between. All right, let's do another before. Oh, I'm going to try to trick you. What comes before 20? What comes before 20? Because we're doing numbers 0 through 20. So what comes before you are counting before 20? Let's see if you're right. If you said 19, you're right. 19, 20 when you're counting. Oh, here's another tricky one. I'm going to give you another little tricky one. What comes after, because we're doing numbers 0 to 20, what comes after 0? After 0. You said 1. You're right. Starting with 0, counting with 0 through 20. All right, let's do another in between. What is in between? Oh, here's another hard one. 11 and 13. If I were counting 11, what would I say next? Blank 13. 11. See if you're right. 12. 11, 12, 13. Okay, now we're going to get to some harder things. And I hope that I can explain them well enough to you that you'll be able to grasp them. And it'll help us do our worksheet. You should have this worksheet out. Make sure you write your name on it. All you're going to need today, I'm looking at my teacher manual, is just a pencil for your, you're only going to need a pencil. I want to work on, I'm going to do some stuff with you here, work on with our 10s and 1s and all that, okay? So I'm going to show you, let's see if we can see what I have here. Okay, you do have these in your book, this book here. There are some, this is a 10, and these are 1s. Remember how we were counting by 10s and 1s? So, and you do have, this is a 10 frame. There's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. You have your 1 squares. There's some more 1 squares. Here's some 10 rows of 10 you can punch out. So I have some too, so I'm using, but you have these that you can use if you want to practice some of this. You can just watch what I do. I have this, you have this 10 frame. I'm going to use, we're going to get into that a little bit. I have a different one from a different math book that I use, and I can write on it with my dry eraser. But in these 10 frames, I wouldn't write on them, but you can place stuff on them to count. You have a bunch of other shapes and stuff in here too. In the beginning, you could use these squares and triangles and circles to count in your 10 frame, or if you have anything, any kind of little thing you could put on there. Here's some more strips for your your 10 frame stuff. So you can just watch what I'm going to do, but you do have these things in this book that you can practice with. So, all right, let's get started. We're going to talk about tens. Okay, so let's see what number, how many do I have here? Now remember when we write these, remember we don't count, we don't need to count all the way to 10. We know this row has 10. So when we're writing our number, let me read this with you, see if you remember. When we're writing our number, remember we know there's 10 in this row. So how many rows of 10 do I have here? One row. You write your 10 spot first. Okay, now that you know there's not 10 here because it's not as long, it's not as many, you count these individually. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are our ones. So we have 4. That's our second number. So how many squares do we have total? 14. Did I write that right? Yeah, okay. 14. So let's just count these individual just to make sure we're right. Let's count. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you can count each individual one like that if you want to. But I'm trying to teach you spots for this is your 10 spot. How many rows of 10? And this is your ones spot. How many ones do I have? So you're going to be doing more of this next year in first grade. Also, though, if you count each individual one, you can make mistakes and miscount, and get a wrong answer. So one row of 10. So I'm going to add another row of 10s here. Let me do a different one for you. I know we're doing only numbers 0 through 20, but just to see how you handle this, add a couple of these just to see hopefully you're catching on to this. And we've done this before, so you guys should remember I was teaching you this before. Okay, so now how many rows of 10 do we have? 1, 2, right? Because they're exactly the same. So we know there's 10 in. So we have 2 rows of 10. So I'm going to write a 2 in my 10 spot. Your first number is 2. That's how many rows. Now let's count these individual. We know there's not 10 here because it's not as long. So let's count them individually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 26. These are my ones. That's your 1 spot. These are my 10s. This is your 10 spot. Just writing how many rows of 10s you have. How many ones you have? You have 6. Okay. We're going to be doing that on our paper. We're also going to be using a 10 frame, which I'm going to get out next for you. So, you know what? I'm just going to do one more with you. Let's just do one more. See if you get it right. I'll take this out. Let's see. We'll take some of it. We'll go easy and get rid of those. Get rid of that one. All right. So, this is the number I have. How many rows of 10 do I have? 1. How many ones do I have? 1, 2. Your answer is 12. I have 12. Okay. So there's 10, 11, 12. So I think you guys know this. I've taught you that. We worked on that earlier, and everybody seemed like they were catching on pretty good. So hopefully you still are catching on pretty good. Now we're going to move on to, because this is going to be on the back side of your, you know what, let's do the front part of our page first. And before we complete the back, we're going to work on this on our little 10 frame. We'll work on this after we complete let's complete the front. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, let's complete the front of this first. All right, so first part is very easy for you. It says count the objects, write the number. So count your stars, count them by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you look at these, this is a dot, kind of our dot pattern. Remember our dot pattern for 7. So write a 7 there. The triangles, what dot pattern is that for? What dot pattern is this for the triangle? 9. If you got, remember, 3, 6, 9. Now this isn't a dot pattern. I don't know why they did that. Maybe just to make you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's definitely not an 8 dot pattern, huh? And then count your blue rectangles. 3 plus 3 is 6. Now this is where we have our tens, like just what we were just learning right now. So I know my first row is 10. How many rows of 10 do I have? 1. So you write your 1 down. How many are by themselves? 1, 2, 3. You write that second in your 1 spot. So you should have the number 13. Okay, the nails. You know how this is a row of 10. So how many rows of 10 do I have? I'll let you do that one by yourself. And then count your ones. You should have 15 written. One row of 10s, and I count my individual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. Okay. Now, if you turn your page over, don't do anything yet. This is different. We haven't done really much. We really haven't done much of these. And that's where I'm going to work with you on this first before we complete this. So don't do anything on this page. I want your eyes on here. Like I said, you have your own little 10 frame to work on at home, but I'm going to show you some things. Hopefully, I'm going to make sure you can see all this on the computer. Okay, I'm hoping you can see that. All right, so each one of these rows is 5. So if we were counting by 5s, I'm going to use circles in there. All right. So I have 5. So this is where it comes in handy, where we counted by 5s. If these were all full, we would count by 5s. I'm going to fill them up for you. And let's count by 5s. We have 5. We're counting for the row. So 5 in this row. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So there's 20 of these because we were counting by 5s. There's 5 in each row. You're adding 5 plus 5, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, counting by 5s. Okay. So that's where that comes in a little bit handy, counting the 5s. So instead of having one long row like this for 10, these two equal 10. Okay, 5 plus 5. So this is like a 10. Okay. Let me erase this off of here. So I'm going to try to make up a number here so we know what we're doing. All right, I'm going to erase 3 off of here. Let's see. I'm hoping you understand this. I don't have you with me to see if you're catching on. And this is kind of new. So we would have 5, 10, 15, and there's some missing from here. So after we get to 15, we would start counting by 1s. 16, 17. So I would have 17. Okay. I'm hoping that you're all catching on to this. So there's so many. If you count these individual, let's count them individual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's another way you can do it if it's too hard. I had some students before that, sorry, I didn't realize you couldn't see my 17, just couldn't catch on to this. They were having too much trouble and they had to count them all by themselves, by ones. They were having some trouble. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing on the first one. But let me fill this up. I'm going to fill this up. So I have 20 now. Remember, 5, 10, 15, 20. So there's 20 of them now. But I only want 17. So we will have to put X's. This is what you're going to do on your worksheet too. And we need to put some X's on some of these. So let's count to 17. So we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. I stopped here at 17. We don't need 18. Put an X on it. We don't need 19. And we don't need 20. So I would put X's on those to show that I only want 17. Okay. That's what we're going to be doing on our worksheet. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I should do another one with you. Maybe. What if I only wanted, okay, I'm going to erase this whole one over here. What if I only wanted you to show me 13? If I said, show me 13 on these 10 frames. Well, we know that's 5, 10, and now I need some ones, 11, 12, 13. That's how I get 13. Do you see that? 5, 10, and if you would count again, I would take you to 15. So you need to 11, 12, 13. You can also count by ones if it's easier for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Now, if this were all full, I'm going to fill them all up. Give me back my 20. We know there's 20 now altogether. And I say I only want 14. Let's say I only want 14. But we have 5, 10, 15, 20. So what we're going to do is count. We'll count to 14. We have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is where 14 ends. So I don't need 15. I don't need 16. I don't need 17 or 18 or 19 or 20 because I only want 14. You understand that? So let's count. We can count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we got, let me have my number, the wrong number written up here. Should write 14 for you, huh? So now we have 14. I hope you're all understanding this. I think this is just like, this is end of the year touch. You'll be learning more about this next year in first grade. You'll be going more in depth. So I think this is just to kind of get you, just to kind of introduce you to it, to help you understand it. And I'm hoping that you are understanding it. All right, let's go back to our worksheet. Let's go back to our worksheet now and see how see how we can do this. Okay, so they want you. These are those. They want you to show them 16. It says draw more or cross out to make the correct number. Get my red. So we have the number 16 here. Remember, these are fives. We're counting by fives. 5, 10, 15. What do I need to do for 16? And what are these? These are little squares. You need to just draw me a square. Give me 1 to give me 16. You just draw me a little square. Mine looks more like a rectangle. With your pencil, you can just draw. There's a little hay bales. So let's count them individual. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's what we're showing up here, 16. All right, now they want you to cross out here because they only want 19. They only want 19, and we know there's 20. So we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So what do I want to cross out? Number 20. So you're just going to put an X on it. So let's count them by ones now. This might be easier for you just counting by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we got our 19. Okay. Now, this next section is a little hard. Don't circle anything till you see me circle it to show you how to do it. Because every year kids always get this mixed up. You're making one big circle. So it says circle the correct number of objects. On here it says Mrs. Brown bought 18 plants. Well, we know there's 10 in you see all these rows, there's 10. So we have 10, 20. We know there's 20 there. So we only want to circle 18. But they want it all in one circle. I'm actually going to let me get my red marker out for this one since this is on the back of the page. This should help. Okay, so first draw a line across the top of here. You know you have 10 here, okay? We have 10. We're going to go down. We have 10. So we're going to count by ones across these flower pots, okay? So first look at what I'm doing before you circle on your paper. So we have 10. Now we're going to start counting here. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I'm going to cut it up and finish my circle for the 10. So there should be 2 that you are not circling. That's 19 and 20. You only want 18. Do you see how I did that? Those 2 do not get, and they're all in one big circle. I had kids just circling each one before. So all right. So we know there's 20 there, but we only want 18 of them circled. So that's how your paper should look. All right, next. Oh, they go easy on us here. Farmer Brown collected how many eggs? 20 eggs. And we know there's 10 in each row. So let's count 10, 20. So we're going to circle all of them. All 20 eggs. So you're going to circle both rows like this. All 20 eggs. Okay. That's something we've never done before. I don't think circling stuff like that. It's a little tricky. I didn't even jump ahead to look at to see even what your test is. If there's anything like that on your test. And I don't think there is. No. Okay. Well, I think it's just to teach you a little bit about that. All right, down here, time for review with Cheddar. It says write the numbers 1 through 10. So you're going to start right here with number 1 and continue writing across 2, 3, 4. Write your numbers. I'm going to write mine. Let's see if you get them right. Numbers 1 through 10. So you're going to count 1, 2, and write them down as you're saying them. All the way up to the number 10. Okay, you should look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Hopefully you understood the math with the 10s and the 5s and all that. But you'll get into it more next year for first grade. I think it's just to teach you a little bit of first grader work to help you get ready for first grade. Okay, well, we got to finish our day now with Bible. So get your Bible page out and we'll finish our day with Bible. See you in a bit.